Restless Chipotle kitchen. Today, we're gonna be making a fabulous slow cooker meal that is perfect for any day of the week. Cozy comfort food that tastes just like Grandma's Sunday dinner. This ranch chicken is so good. It makes the house smell so good. And you're gonna wanna serve biscuits with it because there's lots of creamy gravy that forms in the pan while it's cooking. So let's head over to the kitchen and get started. So a lot of times when I make this particular recipe, I use the little tiny baby potatoes, but I didn't happen to have any this time. So I'm using these Yukon Gold potatoes, the regular size ones, and I'm just gonna cut them in quarters. So either way is fine. I use the Yukon Gold or the red skinned potatoes because honestly, I hate taking the time, ooh, that one doesn't look great. I hate taking the time to peel potatoes. You can use russets if you're gonna peel them. You can use whatever kind of potatoes that you want. They'll work out fine. And you just wanna cut them so in quarters, or like this one's a little bigger than the other ones were, so I'll be cutting it more so that it's pretty much even in size with the rest of them. When the ingredients are the same size, they cook much more evenly, so it's good to try to at least get them close to the same size. Sometimes I don't worry about it too much because this is going to be a slow cooked meal, and generally everything's going to get cooked anyway. This is more potatoes than my recipe calls for, but I'm having a few extra people at the table tonight, so I'm going to add the extra potatoes to kind of help it stretch without having to add a lot more meat. And I'm just going to this is more potatoes than the recipe calls for, but I'm having a few extra people at the table tonight, and adding more potatoes is a good, inexpensive way to make a meal stretch without adding more meat. So I'm going to take the potatoes once they're cut up, or if you're using the baby potatoes, you can skip this step entirely, and I'm going to put them in the bottom of my slow cooker. Now on the blog, the recipe does not call for an onion, it calls for a 4-ounce can of chilies. I love chilies in this particular recipe, but I didn't have any chilies. So I'm using an onion because onions are good too. And actually you could use onion and chilies if you wanted to. I'm just gonna get the peel off of this. And this onion I'm not gonna chop, I'm gonna cut it in kind of large chunks. Like that and like that. And I'm gonna put those right over the potatoes. So that's what it looks like so far. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is add my baby carrots. This is 16 ounces of baby carrots. You could totally use regular sized carrots and just cut them up. I really, again, I like using the baby carrots and the baby potatoes because it's a real time saver. You don't have to peel, you don't have to chop, you know, they just go in there. But either way, that's fine. And then we're gonna set this aside while we season the chicken. This is an easy step because it doesn't really need a lot of seasoning. We're gonna take the salt and just put a little salt on there. We're gonna take the pepper and put some pepper on there. And then I'm going to take a tablespoonful of the ranch seasoning, and I'm going to just sprinkle that over the chicken. You don't need to cut this up. You don't need to butterfly it or anything like that. Just put it in whole. You could use chicken thighs in this. You could use bone-in chicken if you wanted to. My family prefers chicken breast. That's what they eat, so that's what we get. So once the chicken is seasoned, we're gonna take it and put it right over the top of the vegetables. last thing we're going to do is make the sauce for it. And you're going to need the cream of chicken soup. Don't dilute it, just put it right in the bowl, just like it comes out of the can. If you don't want to use cream of chicken soup, or you don't have cream of chicken soup, you could use cream of mushroom, you could use cream of broccoli, you could use cream of celery, you could use cream of onion, whatever, it will be fine. And to that, we're going to add the remainder of the ranch seasoning mix. And half a cup of chicken stock. We're just going to whisk that around. I probably should have had a bigger bowl. Y'all are used to me making messes by now, aren't you? We're just going to whisk that around until it is smooth and everything is mixed up really well. Now we're just going to pour the sauce over the chicken and vegetables. Put the top on, and we're going to put it on low for 8 hours or high for 4 hours. So we'll see you back then. So it's been 8 hours and I cannot wait to taste this creamy ranch chicken. It's had the house smelling so good. So let's put some in a bowl and see what it tastes like. There's that chicken and the vegetables. Doesn't that look delicious? That right there is Sunday dinner any day of the week. It's so easy, and I know you're gonna love it. Let's go over to the table. Y'all, was that not easy? So easy to make that. I mean, it took what, 2 or 3 minutes to put together, and then 8 hours on low or 4 hours on high, and you have got the most tender, delicious, ooh, it's hot, tender, delicious chicken in the world. It is so good. Potatoes, carrots, everything in one pot. I love this stuff. Not so much my dog when she barks in the middle of the video though. So good. The chicken comes out really tender and the potatoes get done, and it's just one of those really delicious comfort foods that you just want to have the recipe for. It's perfect for those chilly weekdays when you get home and you're dog tired and you just want to get in your pajamas, grab a glass of wine and watch Netflix, right? It's perfect to have this, to walk into the house and smell this dinner cooking. You're gonna love it. So I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all next week actually, and subscribe to the channel, check out the blog, and I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye-bye. So let's head over, bleh.